The Organising Gate, navigating the mind's reflective threshold. For decades, psychology has chased the contours of the human mind. Freud charted its unconscious currents. Fairbairn mapped internalized object relations. Kohut explored fragile self-cohesion. Each offered insight, yet each left a critical frontier uncharted. The threshold where authentic selfhood meets the distortions of internalized authority. The place where desire, repression, and relational trauma intersect. MPIT names this frontier the Organising Gate, the anticipatory shadow reflex. Step into the gate, and the mind becomes a paracosmic hall of mirrors. Reflections shimmer with the tension of internalized narcissistic introjects, casting distortions that obscure the survivor's shadow reflex. The instinctive, authentic core of self, preserved even under prolonged psychic stress. Here, desire is fragmented, repression loops endlessly, and the mind appears at once familiar and alien. Yet this whole is not merely a trap, it is the structural architecture of consciousness itself, revealing how perception, affect, and internalized relationships recursively shape reality. The Organising Gate proves and extends the insights of classical psychology. Freud hinted at the mechanics of repression and projection. The gate shows these dynamics operating in live, reflexive loops. Fairbairn described internal object relations. The gate renders them tangible, highlighting how introjects dominate and distort perception. Kohut emphasized self-cohesion. The gate identifies the threshold where the shadow reflex can be reclaimed and integrated. Within this threshold, MPIT situates the libidinal and anti-libidinal currents. The shadow reflex channels libidinal energy, authentic desire, curiosity, and affective engagement toward integration. Meanwhile, narcissistic interjects carry anti-libidinal weight, looping impulses into distorted reflections and defensive patterns. The central axis stabilizes these dynamics, mediating between libidinal aspiration and anti-libidinal repression, creating a pathway for differentiation reintegration. These implications for psychology are profound. The Organising Gate provides a structural, symbolic, and operational framework for understanding trauma, internalized distortion, and recovery. It validates classical theory while extending it, showing that the mind is simultaneously recursive, reflexive, and relational. For survivors, the gate is actionable. By naming interjects, reclaiming the shadow reflex, and engaging the central, one can navigate the mirrored paracosm and transform it from a space of oppression into a map for recovery. As such, the discovery of the Organising Gate reframes our understanding of consciousness. It shows that selfhood is never isolated. It is constructed, mirrored, and negotiated within relational and internalized systems. It illuminates the tension between authentic impulse and internalized authority, between desire and repression, offering a pathway towards awareness, coherence, and autonomy. The Organising Gate is both threshold and revelation. It is where the mind mirrors, reflect, distort, and ultimately teach. It is where psychology transcends description to provide tools for integration and recovery. And it is where the human spirit, through understanding and engagement, can reclaim its authentic trajectory, even amidst the most intricate labyrinth of the internal world. Peace out. Loads of love.